Hi, y'all. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been such a long time. I am sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Life has been lifing, and I have very exciting news to share. Not now, but very soon. I get so many questions on what exactly do I do for work. I made a video about this already, but I figured to do an in-depth video now that also I've been in my company for over a year and in this role. Enjoy. And if you have any further questions, let me know. Also, my mentorship program is going live. If you're interested, please apply before November 30th. It is free completely. Also, if you're studying for the bar exam in February, I have my Etsy shop. So yeah, bye y'all. Thank you for watching. All right, so let's talk about what I do for work. So I am a claims handler, claims adjuster, claims specialist. What does that mean? That means essentially I work for the insurance company, and when there are claims submitted by the insurance company's insureds, I'm the one who then investigates and essentially, through my assessment, determine if coverage is applicable or not. And you could be a claims person in, obviously, because insurance is so broad, right? You need car insurance, you need home insurance. Construction companies need insurance for their projects. And so I'm mostly in the commercial construction field. So most of my work is dealing with claims from our construction companies and them submitting, maybe something happened in the project, or maybe somebody got injured, unfortunately. And our job is essentially to find coverage where there is coverage, of course. And also if a lawsuit arises against our insureds, to defend them from suits, and to make certain that, of course, if we're implicated, that we are doing our due diligence. And what does it mean when coverage is applicable? That means essentially I am the money person. I am the person that essentially says, yes, this is how much we're going to give you for your construction project that is facing some issues, or if someone sues you, we authorize how much we're gonna settle for, because at the end of the day, we're the ones with the money. That's kind of what I do. It is a law adjacent role. So most of these, especially if you're working for huge companies and it's commercial, like more sophisticated, they do prefer to have actual attorneys on board to be the claims handler. I know at least in one group in the cyber team in my company, it is a requirement for you to have your JD. And I think I understand why, because there is a level of, I guess, close reading, and also, of course, a little bit of litigation background to understand how these lawsuits are proceeding. So just to give an example, if any of y'all are confused, because honestly, I would be confused too. Let's say someone sues, person A sues person B. Person B then reports it to their insurance company and says, hey, I'm being sued. Like, they're coming after me and you because you're the one with you're the one with the money, basically. And I pay you. Person B says to their insurance company, I pay you for you, obviously, to come in and defend me and provide coverage. So insurance company then has the claims person, aka me. I come in, I monitor, I hire defense counsel, basically an attorney to defend person B. And then let's say we are trying to get this resolved, settle, not go to court, because litigation is really expensive. I'm kind of like the one making the decisions. And so I'm really an important person. I attend mediations. That's where I'm going right now for work. Because if there's an opportunity to settle, then of course I'm gonna have to tell my boss, and we're gonna have to get authority to consider a settlement offer. Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of what I do. Well, that's kind of, yeah, in the gist of it, that's kind of what I do. What does my day to day look like? It is mostly a hybrid remote position, thankfully, because of Zoom. Most mediations are via Zoom, via Teams. This one is unique, it's in person, so I had to fly here. But I would say most of my work is honestly waking up, looking at my emails, looking if anything urgent occurred. Urgent being like maybe somebody sues one of our insureds and I have to go hire defense counsel for them to answer to the complaint. Because also timelines on like lawsuit, 30 days to respond, whatever, 30 days to answer. So answer the complaint. And it's pretty much done remotely. I meet with my boss on a weekly remote basis. We're all in different offices because I work at a huge company, the North America team. And so I could be dealing with matters like all the way from California to Hawaii to just like so many, like in Canada too, I also deal with certain matters. So it just like varies. It really does. And it's just like my day to day changes just depending on kind of the needs and the emergencies that arise. And at times, I'm mostly in meetings all day, like back to back, or I am just like literally answering to emails or writing coverage decisions, meaning like putting into writing like how we got to understand that coverage is triggered or if we're denying coverage, which is honestly not my favorite thing to do. Okay, let me go through my pros and cons. This is like based on me and myself and my company and whatever. So take this with a grain of salt. The pros is obviously like hybrid, a lot of flexibility. I think it also depends on your supervisor. Like my supervisor does not micromanage me. He just like expects me to do the work and I do it and trusts me. I would say the work-life balance, and this is why all of my colleagues came from private practice after years of litigating, because they were tired of that race of like anxiety of timelines of, you know, when you're in litigation, like there's just so much back and forth of like deadlines to file this, to file that. And if you miss those deadlines, obviously like it's horrible. So yeah, that's why they switched over to this side, because it is just truly a 9 to 5. I've heard of some claims handlers working weekends, but yeah, at least not on my team. I know some people on my team do it, but I think it's because during the week days they have kids, they're running around, they have appointments, and so they make up that time somehow. So it's very flexible. That's what I like about it. Very well compensated. Compensation is actually very generous, just depending on where you work. The bigger the company, I think obviously they have more means to more of a good compensation, and that's why I feel like I really was motivated to take this job, because it gave me a 6-figure salary, it gave me a bonus, it gave me like so much benefits from a big company. So I would say it's very generous. I also have a lot of opportunities handling multi-million matters. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm traveling for work right now. Like, just depending on what company you work, the sophistication and large matters are available to you. I'm not gonna put too much blush because I am going to mediation and I don't want to look insane. I don't want to have blush blindness. The cons, I will say, I think just it comes with being disrespected. And I think also maybe really based on the type of person you are, I do feel myself wanting to be more involved in like the legal aspect of matters. Like I do kind of like would like to step into like that defense counsel role. Being a claims person, especially if you're an introvert, it's mostly like taking the seat back and negotiating when it comes to like money, negotiating when it comes to like the value of the matter, because obviously you're the one who's putting up that money. But I would say it is mostly an attorney role in that aspect of being an advocate. And a lot of people like that. It's less stressful, I would say. Another con, I would say that I do feel myself doing more administrative work. And granted, I've worked as a paralegal before law school, so I know what that means. And it doesn't bother me as much than maybe some people who've never done like admin work. But for me, I do find being a little annoyed by it because it's a lot, and I wish there was more resources to hire admin staff, but it's just not done. I would say as well, when you're part of this large machine, this large system, there is so much steps and there's so much protocols to follow. A little like part of a machine, if that makes sense. Seek permission from this person, and so there's so much more steps. So I'm the type of person, like, I want to get things done right away, and I can't because there's systems in place. There's people with different levels of authority and skill sets you need for this role. I feel like it's kind of adjacent to a lawyer. I feel you have to be organized. You have to be on top of your stuff. You have to kind of be able to move really quickly and be adaptable. You have to have tough skin. Like, I hate to say that, but it is the reality, I think, of the legal field and of this field. It does come with the job, unfortunately. All right, final kind of question, which, do I like it? I think so far, honestly, I've been challenged. I've been put in such difficult conversations and meetings and situations that, I mean, do I like it? I feel like it depends on the week, depends on the month. But I would say for the most part, it's like an 80-20. Like 80% of my job is doable, it's feasible. It's like I can manage the stress, the anxiety of it. But then there's that 20% that like weeks get hectic. Even though I'm on a real vacation, I'm here thinking about, oh my God, did I do this? Did I do that? There's also I always feel like I'm behind because there's no really way to be ahead when multiple things are happening at once and you're like trying to take care of your required admin work, but you're like unable to. I think I'm like super passionate about claims and like I see myself doing this for a long time. I don't, to be honest, but I am appreciative of this journey so far. I've been at my job for over a year now. I feel like I'm more confident. I have tougher skin. I am also, being the youngest, I feel, in my role at times when I'm at these meetings, and the only woman of color, can work so hard to get here, and I deserve my place, and I'm able to articulate myself well. So it does give me a level of confidence that I didn't have prior to starting this job. And right now I'm heading to a mediation with folks who have been doing this for over 20 years and being with like such amazing attorneys who've been, who handle like multi-million matters and are like really sophisticated. And so like to be in those rooms at such a young age, I don't take for granted. I am grateful every single day that my boss gave me this chance and believed in me and saw something in me, because I know I'm that girl. I know I've worked so hard for it. But to be able to like truly live it out and to see myself just being in spaces that like I don't think anyone my age would be doing so early on. So I'm really grateful, and that's why I'm really grateful I went to law school. That's why I'm really grateful that I am here. It does not dawn on me at all. Like, I take this so fully, and that's why I have my 5-year journal, because I always want to reflect back at this and be like, yeah, your mom, your aunt, she did that. So yeah, I'm heading to my mediation now. I still have like 50 minutes to get ready. I'm already ready. I just have to like iron my pants. And I'm gonna check my work email. I'm nervous, but I have an attorney. He's picking me up. We're going together. So wish me luck. I'll tell you how it goes. Well, obviously not the details. I'm not even saying like what state I'm in, because that's how like confidentiality. Me and confidentiality. All right. See ya soon. Next time I see ya, I'll be here telling ya how it goes generally. So that was it, y'all. I hope you guys liked this mini video about what I do. The next video for next week will be about my week in the life as someone who works in claims. And of course, I'll be including clips of me being in my mediation. Actually, not in the mediation. I did not record that. Absolutely not. This is just me before and after. Basically, me looking cute versus me not looking cute and being completely exhausted, as you can see in these clips. So really excited to share that with y'all, so yeah, I could get a sense of what my day-to-day looks like. And thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment. Love you guys.